What's good, everybody? This is Mr. Composition, the MC that writes fiction, and we're back at it with another Hunters Guild Red Hood review. This is for Chapter 8, titled Hot-Blooded Debonair. And this was really cool. Basically, what's going on is pretty much we get a continuation of Chapter 7, which at the end of Chapter 7, we had a pretty big reveal. And that the mayor was not even dead, and he's actually working with Cinderella and this other wolf, and we find out the mayor's name, Heck Harlock. And so basically Chapter 8 starts off with a conversation between the super huge wolf, I forgot his name, the mayor, Heck Harlock, and Cinderella, and pretty much the big wolf is telling the mayor, yes, the goal of the red list is the same as yours, and this is the wolf talking to the mayor. But the wolf let the mayor know, you ain't one of us. You're a convenient tool we choose, that's all, And they started talking about how the two younger sons, the Doe and the others, that was actually the mayor's plan, and that was something that was actually an error, and they were there to clean it up. Now there was something interesting because Cinderella's kind of worried. She's just all like, Grimm is no dummy. She'll have noticed for sure. If she reports it to the guild, they might even find out about the hamlet. And we find out that the mayor used to be a part of the guild, and so Cinderella's just all like, what is your plan with the boy? And we get, in a real, time scenario as far as 10 weeks after departing the border port, and we see that Valou and one of the twins, they're bunking in the same room together, and then Bonkers comes in, and then we're introduced to this other guy who is pretty interested. I'm curious to see what ends up happening with him, but his name is Mirio, and he's a camp participant, and he apparently has a phobia with leftover food. And so they were told by him that, we're ordered, each of us has our 3 rooms. Well, with each room, there's supposed to be, 4 to a space. And so since it was them two, Valou and the twin, they were ordered to move there. So boom, we get to the debarkation exam, and so one of the participants is asking, Bonker and the Tilty twin, since they've taken the exam before, what can they expect? And, the Tilty brother, he goes on to say that, they're not looking to pass a set, number of people. Everyone could end up failing it, and it has happened before. He said the only main thing is that there is some type of practical exercise, but make sure that you're ready for anything. And we get the exam test, and it's cops and robbers, and it's interesting because Valou in the hamlet, he wasn't exposed to really nothing other than what was in the hamlet. So when he's on this boat, he's actually seeing people from all different parts and these different personalities, and learning that he was just all like, he didn't even know what cops and robbers was, but we get as far as the explanation of it, and then what's interesting is Valou's just all like, this is weird, even though it's just her, still one cop makes it too easy, and then we get Grimm. She pops up and she's all like, I'll join. And what's interesting is a couple of other people that are here that we haven't been introduced to yet, they know who Grimm is, you know, and Grimm's just all like, all this training left me bored. And the thing is that Debonair, she's just all like, she's excited. She's all like, we haven't fought together since Incident 38. And Grimm is just all like, this doesn't qualify as a fight. It'll be nothing but a one-sided beatdown. So that is hilarious. So right before they're about to take the test, and there's 30 robbers, which is interesting. So that's the number of participants that are left. So I think that that's a very important number. And right before Debonair is about to start as far as the exam, they get as far as an emergency call. And so we find out that there's a sea butterfly number 13, a tidal Monterey. It's like a living wave. How enormous, you know? So then what's interesting is that this is the sister twin, and then I don't know who this other woman is. And then we actually see a couple of other people. So I think we're starting to get more of the introduction of people. I'm not sure how many of these people are going to stay, but we now know that there's 30 of as far as the participants, you know. So they're looking at this thing and they're like, this is freaking huge. But we find out something very, very interesting. Debonair was actually cursed as well. She was hit with a witch's curse just like Grimm did, and it's a curse of heat. Debonair's body emits scorching levels of heat, burning all around her, you know, and so she has this furnace, and she was able to gain control and subdue the curse, you know. So she has control over her body heat, but still, on average, her regular body temperature when she's just chilling is still over 100 degrees Fahrenheit. And then we get a flashback of Valou wondering like why, you know, her hands were hot and everything. And then Grimm also says that unfortunately though, she can control her heat attacks affect everything around her, which, you know, the open sea is the only place where she can use her power to the fullest. And you see her, and Valou's just like, she flew, and yo, she puts herself to 1500 degrees Fahrenheit. She concentrates the heat in her right arm, and she does this billet punch, knocks out this freaking beast. And then she goes back onto the ship, and then she's like, okay, back to the exam, fight me. And everybody's just all like, please no. So that's how this chapter ends. So all in all, I think this was a really amazing chapter because we got to find out that who are these witches that are hexing, you know, people, because Grimm's been hexed and Debonair's been hexed. They're both super OP as well, you know. The mayor was in the Hunters Guild, you know, and when did he get out of the Hunters Guild, and how come did Grimm even know? Like, that's another thing, you know. So, you know, Cinderella's just like, she's gonna piece two and two, Grimm's gonna piece two and two together, you know, eventually. And so it seems like the mayor, even though he seems to be, I don't know, on this side, I don't even know what side he's really on, because, you know, Cinderella and the wolf don't trust him, and, you know, Valou and Grimm think that he's dead. You know, but also Grimm didn't recognize him, and he used to be a part of the Hunters Guild, you know, and so what exactly is going on? We're not sure. So, you know, this is chapter 8 of the Hunters Guild Red Hood review. Man, this is an amazing chapter. Let me know what type of content y'all want to see as far in regards to, the Hunters Guild Red Hood. I know there's really not, too much content out there, but so far, what's been your favorite thing about the manga so far? My thing is the devices. The devices are like super fire. And then also the fact that we're dealing with like the Brothers Grimm fairy tales and different things like that. So I'm hyped. I'm excited to see what chapter 9 is going to be about. So they're about to start their exam, and Debonair and Grimm are the cops, and the 30 other people are the robbers. So of course this is Valu's the main character, so of course he's gonna pass, or maybe he might not. Maybe they might, throw us for a loop. But like I said, I'm actually excited that we're in just chapter 8 and we're already getting like a cool little training arc where we get the showcase as far as the different people's personalities and also the different powers that they have. Which one of the people on chapter 8 do you think look kind of suspicious as far as might be an important character later on? Me personally, I think it is this lady right here who's speaking with, it looks like one of the twins. And then there was these 3 people right here. I feel like they're gonna be very, very, or at least somewhat important. But anyways, this is Mr. Composition, the MC that writes fiction. Make sure to hit that like, make sure to hit the notification bell, drop a comment below, and also make sure to check out my manga, the Most Random Manga Ever. You can read the first 8 issues for free on my website, and then you can also get digital or physical copies of volume 1, which includes 11 issues, via the link in the description. And also my new single, Invincible Summer, is out at the tail end for this, summertime. So make sure to check that out on Spotify, iTunes, add it to your playlist. Anyways, make sure to also get the CBD pre-rolls, the composition blends. Peace.
Thoughts in the deep science, got the sun in my pocket, build your resilience. So when the next winter cycle comes, I prepare with no losses. The work of the soloists of boss. At the heart of my winter, there's an invincible summer. Invincible summer. Too strong, too strong. Yo, I thought I was a goner. At the heart of my winter, there's an invincible summer. Invincible summer.